Well, hello and welcome to another daily devotional. My name's Mark Buchanan from Eden.co.uk, and every weekday morning we're bringing you something from God's Word to challenge you, to motivate you, to inspire you while we go through this coronavirus lockdown. So today I just want to think about the idea of where are we investing our hope? Now, when we make an investment, we expect a return, and where we invest makes a big difference to the return that we will get. And to open this up, I'm going to read you some bits from Psalm 33. It's actually verses 13 to 22. From heaven, the Lord looks down and sees all mankind. From his dwelling place, he watches all who live on earth, he who forms the hearts of all, who considers everything they do. No king is saved by the size of his army. No warrior escapes by his great strength. A horse is a vain hope for deliverance. Despite all its great strength, it cannot save. But the eyes of the Lord are on those who fear him, on those whose hope is in his unfailing love, to deliver them from death and keep them alive in famine. We wait in hope for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. In him our hearts rejoice, for we trust in his holy name. May your unfailing love be with us, Lord, even as we put our hope in you. I love this psalm because it's drawing a parallel between the kings and rulers of the earth who put all of their hope and their confidence and their certainty in the size and power of their armies versus those who put their hope in the Lord, who respected him and revered him for his power and his strength, and were certain that he would help keep them safe from death and from famine. And in this coronavirus time, we have a similar choice. We have some very powerful people and institutions in whom we may choose to put our trust. So our government here in the UK, in my opinion, is doing an incredibly good job at managing an amazingly difficult situation. Of course, they're flawed. Of course, they're not perfect, and they are definitely making mistakes. But I'd like to see any of their critics do any better, to be quite honest. We've got the NHS here in the UK as well, which is a fabulous institution. Yep, it's weak and inefficient. It's certainly underfunded, but it's clearly staffed by absolute heroes. The stories that we're seeing on the news of NHS staff laying down their own lives to protect their patients is just so inspiring and humbling. The skill of our doctors is extraordinary, and their willingness to work under conditions that are so difficult, again, is humbling and inspiring. But these are secular institutions, and they're staffed by humans who always have flaws and are always imperfect. So if we're going to put our hope directly in them, we have to accept that we're going to be disappointed and not everything will go the way that we want it to. But in Psalm 33, the contrast is, why not go beyond the secular layer? Why not go beyond earthly things and actually put our hope and our confidence in what lies beyond this secular realm? Or in other words, God in his supernatural realm. The pressure to squeeze our faith into a secular mold where it gets reduced just to good works and self-help is enormous, but we have to resist that pressure and remind ourselves we're eternal beings, we are spiritual beings, and it is possible on the one hand to thank God for the institutions and for government and for civil institutions, but at the same time not put our hope only in them. They're tools in God's hands, but surely we should put our hope and our trust and our confidence not in the tools, but in the tool maker. Because if we put our trust in the Lord, even if governments shake and stumble, even if the NHS creaks and groans under the pressure, our confidence, our hope, our certainty will not be threatened because it's not in those things, it's in the Lord himself. He is the source of hope that will never shake, that will never let us down. And that's the hope that we need right now. So let's encourage Let's applaud, let's give thanks for all the earthly elements that are helping us. But while we're doing that, let's keep our eyes fixed carefully, resolutely on God Himself, who is ultimately the only source of hope that we can trust in. Well, I hope you're finding these devotionals useful. And if you'd like to catch up with the previous ones, then you'll see a link at the bottom of your screen. If you follow that link, it'll take you to all the ones that we've done so far. Something else to watch out for is our new series called Talk on Tuesday. That will go out every Tuesday, as it says in the title. And we're going to be bringing on a variety of people who are doing some really interesting things to help us cope with the coronavirus.